And I had no big deal I can talk about it, concerning my marriage and my hubby, because every weekend he was coming. Mind you, now he's in Nairobi, I'm in Nakuru. And every weekend he was coming home, the communication was good. But it came a time when now I realized he was coming every weekend. It started once in a month. After 2 months, the communication started becoming weak. And I realized there is something that is not right. And you know, being your husband, you will definitely know something is not right. At some point, I would call his phone at night. I would hear, a child laughing. I would ask this, na huyu mtoto ni wa nani? No, it is a neighbor's child. When I come to Nairobi, I would ask, where is this baby that I always hear on the phone, and it's no walihama. And it was so clear again. Alikuwa ameenda nje ya ndoa. And again, I started another painful journey of now working on my marriage. We tried to get to the roots of why he's doing this. And I remember it became a very big struggle between me, the family, and him. At some point, he told our best couples, ni mimi nilikataria Nakuru. So I had now to relocate again to Nairobi. By then I had also noted everything. I could check on his phone. I could get messages. He could get, calls when we are together. Ilifika mahali he could not mind anymore. So the lady would call and he doesn't care totally.
Did they have a child together?
No. No, hakuwa wake, but the lady had a child.
Oh, okay.
So I had no choice apart from now relocating to Nairobi. So my coming to Nairobi was coming to salvage my marriage.
Yes.
But I'm telling you, it never worked. In fact, it wasn't. And he's the one who looked for a house. He came and now shifted us from Nakuru to Nairobi. And mind you, then, I didn't have a job because I had to resign in Nakuru. I have a small baby because I think my son then was now 2 years. The firstborn was around 6 years, 5-6 years there. So thinking that my marriage will work, in fact, it wasn't. Because I think he never came back home where he brought us in Nairobi. He continued with his business with the lady to a point now it was so clear. And I'm telling you, sometimes it is so painful. Because I remember not once I would call his phone, either akose kuchukua, or I remember some instances I called his phone, not the lady's phone. I called my hubby's phone. Instead of not picking, he gives the phone to the lady to talk to me, and it's like the lady would ask me, wewe unatakaje na bwanangu? Not once I called him at night. Anachukua simu, instead of talking to me, the phone is left on, you hear what is happening in bed. I went through every torture. I remember my first job that I got in Nairobi. It was a sales job, something that I had not done because in Nakuru I had done accounts. So I had been an accountant for many years. So I was an office person. It is a new city, a new job of sales that I have never done. I remember I was paid 10,000, but I had no choice because my babies had to, to eat, and everything had to move on. But I thank God because I think he used the same job to elevate me to where I am. And it became so painful. We tried, the best couples tried. I would even inform the mother of what is happening. She would pretend, because I can say I came to realize later, she was pretending to be together with me, but she was with the son. Because at some point, I even realized my hubby had taken the lady to the mother. But when we are talking, we are just together. And ikafika mahali, I surrendered completely. And I told God to bless the work of my hands. And I started now working for my children. I remember there is an instance he came and found me at home, and we engaged in a very bad argument. I remember I had a house help who was a very good girl, Janet. And she was experiencing what I was going through. So she had a lot of pain. To a point, she took our wedding video. Akaiweka on. She forwarded it to where now the session of now taking the vows. And she asked him, so and so, are you not the one who made those vows? She made sure I'm forward to that point. And I remember the words that my hubby said. He told Janet, I was just acting. Those were the words. Those vows, he was just acting. And it was so painful. And I told God, can you now help me take care of my kids? And you know, he went completely, and ikakaa ni kama nimemsahau. So me, I focused on my kids. At some point he would come, ninaambiwa alikuwa amekuja kuona watoto, but me, the both of us, we were not meeting.